Did the Denver Broncos the other night in that game provide a pretty decent blueprint for your defense in terms of containing Derrick Henry, who he's only had like 530 carry games in his career, and he had 50 yards less than any game he's ever had where he's had that many carries. They like 17 out of the 31 carries were less than 4 yards. Could you just talk about the job Denver did, and did that provide some sort of blueprint for your defense?
Yeah, I mean, schematically, they're different as far as their alignment. So, it's hard. I think but we're in a league that obviously you always go back and you look at things. I thought they had some, really, really some high level performances. With some of those guys up front, especially the nose guard for Denver. I thought he played really well. But at the end of the day, you could see where, this guy can, he just breaks that one tackle and he can take it to the house. So, and I think he's a back that keeps grinding out the yards. He's a guy that, at any time can really break it. And, who's to say if he had one more carry? I remember a game I always watch, years ago, Denver was playing Dallas, and this was in the early 2000s, and Denver had a great running game, and they kept running it, and Dallas did a hell of a job. And then all of a sudden, I can't remember if the game went into overtime. It was late in the fourth quarter. Denver continued to run it, and then bam, they broke it and wound up winning the game. And I was thinking about, just, hey, staying with it and keep going. And, they did a heck of a job. And that's hard to do. But I think the one thing that we've learned is that, they'll continue to go, even if it's not, as effective as maybe everyone on the outside thinks. But, keeping those chains going for him and what he does, you talk about, 3 yards is a whole lot better than none. 2nd and 7, you get another 3 yards. Now it's 3rd and 4. Now you have your whole playbook, that's involved. So I think what makes them so challenging is they do such a great job of keeping the chains in their favor. And, when you have a line and a back and tight ends and play action and everything like that, it'll be a challenge for us.
Thank you.
Yep.
Thanks, Gene. Let's go over to Michael Duraco.
Hey, Doug. What is the nickname that you have for Andrew Wingard, by the way?
What is what?
What's the nickname that you have for Andrew Wingard? He apparently has like 4 or 5 of them. So I'm just curious.
Yeah, I don't know. When I first saw him, I know a couple of years ago when he first came on the team, I was like, Tiny Thor, but he's got a ton of nicknames now. I can't keep up with all that stuff. Now it's just straight Andrew.
What do you want to see out of him this week?
Oh, I think like anyone that has worked extremely hard, anyone that you've seen, really vast improvement, from where he was before. I think that he's always been a student of the game. We always felt that he had good speed. He's really shown us over the course of last season and even the first game of, how well he does in space as far as what the special teams play. And then now, he has an opportunity to go in there and see what he has. I think that we have. I know for me, he's out on the field, so I have total confidence in him, and I'm excited for him. It's a great opportunity.
Thank you.
Thanks, D-Rock. Let's go over to John Reed.
How you doing, Coach?
Good, John.
I wanted to ask you something to kind of piggyback on something you kind of mentioned a little bit earlier this week. But how refreshing has it been for you so far that you got these young players that it seem like they're all about football, and you're going on your first road trip and you guys got about 100 different rules you got to follow for this travel protocol, and just seem like you don't have to focus in on a lot of things. Not to say anything about past players,
right.
But
mm-hmm.
What has it been like for you?
Yeah, I told it. John, I addressed the team. I told them that, how much I appreciated, how much refreshing it was for me. Even for us, where we can concentrate on, the coaching aspect of it, and we're going through all these protocols. They've really done a good job. They're just guys that enjoy football, and you just, hey, this is what we have to do. This is why we have to do it. Because I've always been a big believer to make sure that they understand why. and they seemed great. I think the leadership from some of the guys that have been in the league a while, plus the young guys, plus the rookies, has been really good. And I'm actually more concerned about the coaches with the protocols than I am the players right now. Of keeping your mask on and doing all those things. Tad just nodded his head yes. But I can't say enough. We've had truly zero issues. I mean, truly zero. And and it's fun to it's exciting to see. I think sometimes we lose we lose track of maybe what the job is, and the job's dealing with issues and problems and all that stuff. But I think they come up and there's different types of problems. But when you're dealing with any of the adversity that we've dealt with this year, it's always been a team situation. So I think that it's been very refreshing. And it's like now all of a sudden, if someone does something, the funny part about it is if someone does something out of character, it's always like, don't change. You know what I'm saying? Like, if someone has anything, now that's not me saying that. You hear a lot of the, players and, coaches and in situations where we can just kind of laugh for a minute.
So who's gonna watch the pool so they won't go in it? That'll be your job.
Nah, I'll tell you what. It's funny with a lot of times the players aren't the ones that go get a lift in. It's usually, I mean, if you walk in after, I mean, my experience has been, you arrive at the hotel, and if you go, to get a workout in or it's packed with your travel party, packed with coaches. I've rarely have ever seen players in there, but that's like one of the things, like, that I had to, make sure the coaches, I'm like, look, you better get a workout before you go. And then Sunday morning, if you're going to get a workout, get it at the stadium. You're not going to be able to get it in the hotel. But, these are the things that, you have to go over and, to keep everybody safe.
Thank you, Coach.
You're welcome.